Greetings dear viewer, I'm Petu, and this is how to actually climb to diamond with Shen mid lane.
Our wills align.
Now this is the new spice, guys. I have made 3 tutorials on how to actually climb to diamond with Shen, but this time this is different because we are playing Shen mid lane. Now this is a pick that I discovered, an off-meta playstyle that I discovered last year when I made my climb to Challenger, because I wanted to spice it up. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to play Shen, but not Shen top lane. I was tired of top lane. You know top lane, it's all like hyper bullies. They got the Dariuses, they got the Jaces, they got the Mordekaisers, and the matchups are just not good in top lane, okay guys? But then, you go to mid lane, and it's a whole new world, guys. It's a new lane. You can actually impact how the game plays out. Look at what is going on here, by the way. They are fighting. Mastery is level 2. So I'm mid lane, so I'm gonna roam for this play. They die. Viego gets 1 kill. I have nothing but Q here, by the way. Okay, I got a kill. I can maybe flash ignite set. This is super greedy. 99, how much is 70 HP? Can Lucian do Viego do damage? Okay, I got the level up, and then we run back to mid lane. But this is what I'm talking about. If I was top lane right now, yeah, I got 2 CS advantage in top lane. Good job, guys. But in mid lane, I just got a random kill, and now we will go back to mid lane and try to kill the Twisted Fate. So you see here, by the way, we are level 2 to level 3. But what I do is I patiently wait, so that I don't take the minion aggro by attacking first, and instead I get my Q pulled through, wait for my teammates to collapse on my enemy or the Twisted Fate, and then we get the guaranteed kill. Now look bot lane, something is happening bot lane, by the way. Okay, she is chilling. What I'm doing here is I'm using the F keys. Okay, well, not really the F keys, because what I actually do is I use my thumb. So I used to do this where I had like my ally view keys set as CV, spacebar, and B, or actually X. But I changed it because I got a new keyboard, which also has like more thumb keys. So instead of a spacebar, we have 4 like buttons, or just normal keys. And wait, Timo is just outplaying the top now. I think he dies though. I'm actually looking for a kill on the Twisted Fate here. We still have a red buff, so that's just 3 extra damage that we are getting. And if the Twisted Fate walks up too far, what I'm looking for is if he walks into my blade, right? This is like a danger line. Look, he's in danger zone right now. Whenever he walks out into this line, then he's in danger. Maybe he tries to last hit that minion. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna let the wave push towards me, and now I look for level 4 before all-inning, okay? Because I want my W. And why do I want my W is because I want to block Twisted Fate's gold card, right? Okay, he's trying to shove the wave. This is really good for me, because he's gonna end up in a terrible position here. He actually doesn't realize it yet. I'm gonna use my Q here for the passive shield, so that I can tank the damage. But now it's really important to keep this frozen, by the way. So I just do this, and then I can prep my Q. Look, I got my empowered Q. Now he doesn't know that I'm strong right now. He doesn't know. I still have 2 empowered Qs left. And now we can just push up like this, take some damage. Ooh, that actually chunked me, bro. You might think this is kind of cutting it close, you know, it's kind of dangerous, and you're right. But this is how we want to play with mid lane. We want to play aggressive. Okay, he doesn't blue card me. He might actually get the wave shot in here. But then again, I'm a complete madman, and I never let people push me in. So I'm just gonna keep it frozen here, at least for a little while. Tank the Q with my passive shield by activating it with the Q pull. Now I'm level 5. I can kill him on my ignite on 30 seconds. I think if I played it a little bit better, I could have had kill opportunity. When you play Shen mid lane, you start to realize that you actually have so many kill opportunities, because these champions and these players, they don't actually know about Shen's strengths, right? Because when you're used to playing top lane, everyone knows that Shen is strong, at least now. So in mid lane, these guys are they think, what is this Shen champion? It's a tank, right? It doesn't do damage. He wasted his abilities, so we're gonna go in here and look. We're just gonna take a little trade. I actually activated my W too late, because his Q blue card went through. And now we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna try to freeze it here. He's gonna have a bad time. I have 2 seconds on E, okay? Maybe we can bait him to go in. Oh, trade it! Okay, it's a trade kill. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Oh, could I have played that better? I could have been more patient. But now, items. What are we building? Guys, first item, Bami's Cinder every time. Then, Ionian Boots of Lucidity. Trust me on this. Okay, we can go for refillable, so I will take that. Normally I prioritize Control Ward, but if I have enough for refillable potion, then I will buy that. Okay? This is full build. I am already full build. Understand this. You guys, you will load up with your Grasp of the Undying page, Classic Shield Bash, Second Wind, Revitalize. And then we got Cheap Shot Ultimate Hunter. Nothing new there, but the build. We have already completed our build. Now we want to play the game. So we are level 6, we want to make plays. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start pinging everywhere. I'm gonna start pinging like a madman. Like, look at this. Twisted Fate thinks he is the global pressure. But then, I show him that I am actually the danger. So we're gonna kill this guy with my taunt. And then we can block Scion damage with our W. I have to kite back a little bit and then we can get a Grasp proc maybe. Ooh, Twisted Fate's pretty low. I'm gonna do something that seems troll, but you see Master Yi is here. So actually it's not troll, because we have no like threat. We can't die here. So I'm just gonna keep going because I see Master Yi in mid, right? So Twisted Fate wants to recall somewhere here. So we're just gonna be annoying. We're just gonna be really annoying. I'm just gonna block that card so I don't take any damage. And now Master Yi should be moving. We're gonna dodge this way because Scion was probably charging Q. I'm gonna ping assistance here from Teemo because we can actually bully this guy. So we're gonna go in on the Scion. And then we're gonna miss the Q empowered, which is bad. So right there, if I hit the Q empowered by doing some micro movement, like a little bit of adjusting before I move, then we could have probably slowed and killed Scion. But that's fine, that's fine. And now, the item we will be going for, okay. You might think Radiant Virtue, really? Really? This item? That sounds kind of weird. Doesn't Shen have really long cooldown on ultimate? Yeah, he does, okay? And basically, Radiant Virtue, this item, generally, I would think, is better on champions with lower ultimate cooldowns, because then you can activate the effect more easily. But, the data, okay? The data says this item is busted on Shen. And my findings confirm this. My empirical findings confirm this. So, what this item does is it makes you into this global superhero. You're gonna get so many honors when you play this build. And now this Twisted Fate is just, this guy is in trouble, okay? I'm just gonna walk up like this, and then I'm gonna keep going on him, okay? Like, what can he do? He can't do anything. And we're gonna block the gold card, chase up for the... I'm gonna let Master Yi get the auto attack over. Like... And look at what I do, okay? I don't taunt from afar, okay? I taunt from melee range, because if I taunt from afar, what he can do is he can cast Alpha Strike, right? He can dodge my taunt, and then I can be under tower without him taking the damage from the taunt. And now I keep rapid pinging. I'm pinging everywhere, I ping bot lane because we can play bot lane. And if it doesn't work out, it's fine. Because then we ult. And if it works out, then it's fine, because I didn't have to ult. And we're gonna get the taunt on the Lucian, we're gonna kill the Lucian and get the kill, and then a bonk and another bonk. Now actually, in a position like this, with 7 kills, I don't think you should go for Radiant Virtue. Normally I would go for this. We will go for this in one of the later games. Since this is the first game, I think we have to go for something a little bit more special. And that is Divine Sunderer. That's right. This actually, I have something better, guys. This is the forbidden technology. And I'm not joking. I'm not saying no one knows about this yet. Because this is the first time in the history of League of Legends that you can build both Bami's Cinder and Gore Drinker. Because previously Bami's Cinder was a mythic component. This is the primary change. Okay, primary change of Season 13. Is Bami's Cinder can now be purchased. And then you can still purchase another mythic. Because Bami's Cinder is no longer a mythic. But this is great for Shen. It opens up huge item variety. I counted that Shen has, I believe, was it 12 viable mythics in this season. And I'm gonna show you what the best ones are, what the most fun ones are, and I'm just gonna show you like how to play Shen in this season, particularly in the mid lane. Like, you might be thinking that like you can't just walk up and start hitting him under tower. That makes no sense. How can you be doing that? It's because I'm 7-1. Okay, you can't do that when you're 1-1. But now I'm gonna get the Q slow, and I'm gonna taunt in. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna cast QW so he can't insta gold card me. If he had gold card, right? If he had gold card ready, primed up, you know, if it was his first auto attack that was the gold card, then it would have been important to block it immediately. But there, the first card was blue, so he didn't get the instant stun. We have Rift Herald from Diego, so he's gonna be... Wait, yeah, we do. He almost died to the tower. I have 5 seconds on our ultimate. You know what is great about Gore Drinker? Is the fact that it gives us insane ability haste. Okay, really insane. Ooh, I could have ulted on that. I'm gonna E over. Oh, yo, chill. I'm fine. What? Oh, so we are actually gonna turn this fight, which seems a bit weird, but we will do that because we are stronger and we are Shen. So we're just gonna EW. What is important there is patience, right? I'm not instantly... Or do we have enough for Gordon? Yes, we do. Okay, so we're gonna ping for Teemo here, because we can actually turn that fight around in the top lane. We're gonna ping, get our Gordon. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna ult. And we're gonna W to block damage from Teemo. And we're gonna kill the Sion first. And then we go for the Twisted Fate. He's gonna gold card me soon. I'm gonna quite look because he has gold card, right? So I'm gonna W it now, and then he's gonna walk in this room so I can kill him, and then I can go for the Sion next. Ooh, could I go for more? I think I could go for more. That's fine. Maybe I can still finish it. I'm gonna move my God Drinker to the 1 button because I didn't have a chance to do that, and I generally want it on the 1 button. I have God Drinker here so I can kill him. Nice. So we're gonna back off a little bit, use Q to activate passive shield to block the last tower shot. Then we're gonna QW like this because he wants to start auto-attacking me. Get his aggro so that he doesn't get as much minion experience as he could potentially. Lucian is topside, so we need to be aware of that, but I think he's just gonna die. We're gonna go for the tower, and we're gonna taunt him like this. And we're just gonna go for the God Drinker heal, and then we're gonna wait for our E. So we want him to waste his abilities. Okay? No. The minion wave died, so I don't want to go for that anymore. If I can get the Q slow here, if he walks up in between me and my blade, then I can go for a kill. I'm gonna stay in the bush. And God Drinker. Nice. Teemo gets the kill, that's beautiful. That's another kill for my team. And then we are gonna recall. Let's see. AP, AD, AD, AD. There's a lot of AD, so basically we could upgrade into Sunfire, and since we have Doran's shield here to sell, we can buy that. I'm gonna buy for 2 control wards, because control wards are the most important item in the game. Trust. This is crazy item, it gives so much value. Imagine this is like purchasing a possibility for a kill. Purchasing a possibility for a Baron. It's not just vision, okay? It's possibilities. And we're gonna ping here, because we want to go in on this. Okay, yeah, I like it. I said that kind of wrong, since we don't actually want to go in. What we want is for the opponents to go in. Because we are at our strongest when we surprise the opponent, right? We don't want to be too telegraphed. Although we want to be proactive, in the sense that we actually... Oh, wave clear, by the way. I'm gonna ult on Zeri, since Lucian dashes in. I'm gonna get the kill onto the Lucian, then we're gonna start hitting this, and yeah, okay, we're good. Next up, we want to siege this mid tower, and if we can get the mid tier 2, that opens up the map a lot. Whew! Thank you, Thresh, appreciate it. I was just a bit late. Actually, I didn't have time to get off that passive shield. I wanted to block some damage of the... I'm gonna use God Drinker here just for a heal, because the cooldown is actually very short. I'm gonna use W here. Nice, Teemo gets the kill. I'm gonna taunt the Sion, so it's just so Teemo doesn't take damage. It's all about minimizing, not maximizing stuff, right? We're minimizing damage taken from our team, we're minimizing the gold that enemy games, and we are maximizing the experience that we get, we are maximizing the opportunities that we have to make plays. This is a game of efficiency, right? And now Lucian is kinda... Okay, he wasted Gale Force, so I'm happy with that exchange. I'm thinking what our next item should be. The proper call would probably be Anathema's Chains. And why is that? Because Anathema's Chains is extremely underrated item, okay? This item offers so much value. Let me talk about it in a more mathematical sense. So, we're just gonna get the Krags off and then we can talk about it. Should I help my Teemo? I think I should. Teemo, my friend. Okay, Twisted Fate, can he do it? Maybe Teemo can go invisible there, by the way. We're gonna get the taunt off. He face breakers me. I'm gonna try to kite back. I have Gordrinker for heal. Gonna get the kill on the Sion. Then we're gonna kite back a little bit. We don't wanna take damage from Sion passive. So we're gonna kite back until Sion passive times out. And then we can get the kill onto the set. And I'm wondering when I can get the opportunity. Oh, we can dive this, we can dive this. I have E here on the escape path. Gordrinker, do the damage. Oh, I could have saved Thresh with my ultimate. Now, as I was about to say, Anathema's Chains, okay. Vendetta, you get 30% damage reduction against a certain target. It builds up, okay? 30% damage reduction. Now, let me tell you what 30% damage reduction really is. So, we take our armor, okay? We take our magic resist. We add 100 to it, okay? We add 100 to magic resist, and then we multiply that by 3/7, okay? So approximately a half. Okay, now why 3/7? Because the mathematical formula for this is 30% damage reduction. So that is the 3 in the fractal 3/7, okay? 3 divided by 7. And then the below is like 100 minus 30, which is 70. So we have 30/70, which can be shortened into 3/7. So 3 divided by 7, okay? So let me repeat. We take the magic resist, okay? 100 plus magic resist equals 152, and then we'll multiply that by approximately half, because 3/7 is approximately half. So what that leaves us with is 75. Maybe we shorten it to 70, approximately, okay? 70 magic resist, okay? You heard me right. So, when I buy Anathema's Chains, okay, and I use it on Twisted Fate, who does primarily magic damage, okay, I will have 70 more magic resist versus Twisted Fate. And since none of the other champions in the game are doing magic damage, that is equivalent to having 70 magic resist versus all targets, right? Because Twisted Fate is the only target dealing magic damage, okay? So magic resist versus him equals global magic resist. You get me? So what I'm saying is that when we purchase this item, you should think it reads 650 health, 20 ability haste, minus tenacity, and 70 magic resist. Mind you, I had no extra magic resist at this point. So if we go into more late game territory, let's say I have 200 magic resist, okay? Then 100 plus 200 equals 300 times approximately half, a little less, will equal to 150, maybe 140 or something like this. You could do the math yourself. Actually, we can do the math, right? 3/7 times 300, so that's 900 divided by 7. And 900 divided by 7, that's a tough call, but 700 divided by 7 is obviously 100. So we're just gonna do that. And then we're gonna get our Q here. We wanna dodge Sion. Look for Twisted Fate. Okay, it's a surrender. So that is how you win in silver. The calculations are a little bit off, but Anathema's Chains, good item, Gordrinker, funny item. Let's move on to game 2 in how to actually climb to diamond with Shen mid. Welcome to the second game of how to actually climb to diamond with Shen mid. In this game, we are playing in Gold Elo, Europe West. So we have graduated from silver to gold. And what we are doing right now is my classic early invade. Even though we did not do it completely correctly, the pathing was a bit off, it's still great to make some proactive plays at the start of the game in order to try to gain an advantage where others won't. I'm gonna start with my taunt in order to guarantee this kill. Mwah! Beautiful. Now, you might think that some people, let's say your teammates, would be flaming you in Champion Select for picking Shen mid lane. And you would be correct in that situation, especially if you are in the mid-tier elos, the low-tier elos, even the high elos. I've gotten flamed for this pick in Challenger even. And in this game, for example, our Talia jungle, he was saying, Shen mid lane, XDDDDDDDDD. He was basically kind of making it equivalent to picking something like a Disco Nunu. And my advice for dealing with these kinds of people is play your heart out. Because the way to win over these players is by showing them that you are good. Showing them that you can do this. There is no other way. Nothing that you can write into the chat can make them think that you are not trolling. The only way you can make them think that you are not trolling, which you aren't obviously, is by playing well and winning the game for them. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The only thing that I wrote in Champion Select in answer to this was play smart, communicate with pings, we got this. And then I play the whole game chat muted like a hecking Giga Chad. You understand me, guys? Now we're gonna take a Giga Chad trade here and back off afterwards. You see how much damage I'm doing, by the way. This is not normally Shen gaming, you know what I'm saying? This is not normal mid lane gaming. Like, mid laners don't do this much damage, trust me, guys. It's the power of this Shen pick. Now, I'm gonna be looking for an all-in here if I can, but I can't play level 2 to level 3. And I also have to be careful because now Cassiopeia has access to my Esma, right? Her W, rather. And her W can be a very, how do you say, dangerous spell because it prevents you from using your E. And your E is kind of your only way to get out of a sticky situation. Okay, I'm not even gonna take a point into my W. Instead, I'm gonna put 2 points into my Q so that I can get increased damage for this all-in that I'm gonna do. And you see, I'm actually putting a second point into E even on level 4 because I know that W will be, it's basically like blocking one auto attack versus Cassiopeia. She has no particularly important auto attacks that I can block. Now this will be tricky. This is a pattern that happens often in League where you get a solo kill, but the opponent has TP. So what they will do is they will just TP back to lane and then you're kind of screwed. And the only way to deal with this is try to push with your jungler. Top lane meanwhile has a kind of problem. But I can't do anything here other than recall, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I have my perfect 1000 gold. This is what we are looking for, right? We're looking for Bami's Cinder on our first pack. This is very nice. Now the wave is not as messed up as it possibly could be because Cassiopeia thinned it out a little bit. And we can take a moment to relax, take a deep breath through our nose, inhale through the nose. Okay, we are relaxed. Top lane dies, that's fine. Bot lane is getting a gank. This is a positive outcome for us. And now I would like to talk a little bit about items, specifically items from the perspective of architecture. Now you might be thinking, Petu, what are you talking about again? Architecture? No. We are playing League of Legends, okay? We don't care about buildings. But I've been reading a lot of books this past year. And I'm gonna go for a taunt here, max range taunt, level 3 Q, complete chunking out. Gonna kite back a little bit. Then we can use Q to get slow on Cassiopeia. Maybe look for another auto attack. Okay, 4 seconds on E. E is kill. 3 seconds on E. E is a kill. Okay, Kayn is bot side, so we have to be careful of this. We want to ward at this point because if we get W'd by miasma, Kayn can kill us. We're gonna ward this, and then we're gonna go for an even deeper ward on this River Brush, like this. And then we're gonna get back to the topic that I was talking about. So I've been reading books, okay? I read a fantastic book on game design called Art of Game Design by Shen. And this book, this is not the topic of the actual gameplay commentary here, but this book had a reference to a book about architecture, because Jesse was talking about... Jesse, what are you talking about, Jesse? Anyways, Jesse was talking about world building and building buildings inside of video games. And he referenced the reader to a book series by the architect, the famous architect Christopher Alexander, who's been teaching architecture in American universities over there. And he has written a book series about this kind of idea called a pattern language. And we will get into this idea a little bit later on. But his first book on the subject is a book called The Timeless Way of Building. Now, when I see this, I think timeless way of building, you're talking about League of Legends items, right? Surely. League of Legends items is what we are talking about. Ooh, you see how dangerous that miasma is. Because I was gonna do a play, but then I get miasma'd and I can't walk anymore. I can't use my E, so I'm in a little bit of danger. So I have to walk backwards towards the Cassiopeia, towards danger, in order to get my E off, so I can escape the situation. Now, next I'm gonna put a point into my W, because it starts helping me when Kayn ganks me, so I can block Kayn's AD auto attacks, you know what I mean? So, as I was saying, The Timeless Way of Building. This book is a book about a kind of new holistic. Holistic means relating to a whole. So we're thinking about the whole system instead of its parts, okay? That's what holistic means, if you don't know what that means. We're taking a holistic approach to architecture, okay? The Timeless Way of Building describes this kind of important quality, which is known as the quality which cannot be named. And this quality is something that I think appears in League of Legends item builds, which may sound ridiculous. Like I'm making a completely weird analog here. Like the kind of connection that I'm trying to draw is very abstract in some sense. But I will try to describe this quality without a name, or quality which cannot be named, to the best of my abilities. So what we're talking about is something. I'm gonna W here to save the Lucian, and she miasmas me. I'm just gonna QW here because I need to get out fast. I can't fight this, right? She wasted her entire kit. She has fully stacked Conqueror. She's very strong at that moment, so we don't want to fight. But we're gonna Q slow here. Maybe Talia can make a play. Talia is coming in for the gank, but I don't have my E, so it's hard for me to follow up. Cassiopeia sidesteps the... Ooh. Gonna use Q here on the minion to regain some energy. And then I'm gonna go in for the taunt. And we're gonna kill the Cassiopeia with our Ignite. We're gonna kite here, and we had 2 seconds on flash. If I had 1 second on flash, I would have followed up and went for the dive to kill Kayn, but we get a beautiful kill on the Cassiopeia, and we have gained ourselves a fantastic advantage in the early game just by playing patiently and utilizing our power spikes. So the quality which cannot be named is something akin to the quality of being alive, to being whole, eternal, egoless, comfortable, free, perfect, but something kind of like different. It's like something that does not hold contradictions within itself. It does not contradict itself. Okay? Does that make sense? So if we're looking at the League of Legends item build, this is a combination of smaller components, of smaller patterns that we are combining. So when I look at a Shen build, okay, I could say that out of everyone on this planet, out of everyone living on this planet, I have probably thought the most about Shen builds. I don't know if that statement is correct, but I think I can try to make that statement, right? I've thought about Shen builds a lot during my 8 years of playing this game. I think it's 8 years. No, it's actually 9 years now. Oh, anyways. So when I look at the Shen build, instinctively and at the same time, like instantaneously, I can tell you whether or not it is a good Shen build. Now, what is that quality that I'm kind of evaluating? It is the quality without a name. Because I am looking at something, I'm looking at the idea of a build. I'm looking at whether this build has a certain idea, a certain goal that it tries to accomplish, and it does not contradict itself in the manner where it would try to achieve something else, which is not meant kind of for the build to achieve. Now, my words are kind of losing me here, so I'm gonna go for an E-flash, because sometimes it's easier to communicate through my gameplay. Because gameplay like this, right there, that play holds the quality without a name. It is alive, because that play is perfect in some sense. It was good. Anyone can say that was a good Shen play, right? You don't need to analyze it by its parts. You can just say, okay, that's a good E-flash on 2 people, alright? So, back to the idea of this quality without a name relating to builds. So, if I look at a build, let's say there's a Discord member on my Discord, by the way, xPetu Discord. If you haven't joined yet, go join. He's telling me, maybe she's telling me, they're telling me, Petu, have you tried Heartsteel Shen? have you tried building Heartsteel on Shen? And then they recommend some kind of build. By the way, now we have to keep an eye out on the Fiora, because we can make a perfect play here with our ultimate in order to turn that fight around. Ooh, and Kayn just flashes over the wall. Let's see what our item actually costs. If we want to think about Heartsteel, okay, it's gonna cost 2,400. So they're gonna send me a build, and it's like Bami Cinder into it's Heartsteel Rush into Sunfire Aegis, into Titanic Hydra, into Demonic Embrace. And the moment I look at this build, I already know it's not a good build. And why do I know that? Because I know it does not hold the quality with no name. Because this build does not balance itself out. It is not balanced. It is very one-sided. It is trying to achieve too much in some sense. It is not respecting the forces that go into making a Shen build, right? Because if we go Heartsteel, and then we go Sunfire Aegis, and then we go Titanic Hydra, and then we go Demonic Embrace, this is very greedy from our side. We are investing into so much health, okay? So much health, with no additional resistances except for the Sunfire Aegis armor. And this is a bad quality, a bad tendency to have in League of Legends builds. Because whenever you build health, you want to complement that health with resistances in order to maximize your effective health. Now, effective health is a concept which is kind of theoretical in some sense, but it's very powerful. So effective health simply means the health that you have versus a certain damage type, if that damage type, if it was true damage, in some sense. So, or not if it was true damage, but kind of how much damage you can take. How much pre-mitigation damage you can take of a certain damage type. Yeah, that's it. So whenever you purchase health, let's say you have 3000 health, but you have 0 armor and 0 magic resist. That means you have 3000 effective HP, because all the damage that you are taking will not be reduced at all, and you will have 3000 damage that you can take. Now obviously there's some like regen and stuff like this which should be taken into account, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about just simply HP and resistances. So your effective HP will be 3000. I still don't have the gold for my Heartsteel, so I would like to get Scuttle Crab or 1 minion or then a kill from top lane. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Hey, we got it! Thank you, Aatrox, for misplaying that. And now we will recall for the Heartsteel. So, if you talk about the example of having 3000 HP, now let's say we have 3000 HP and 100 armor and 100 magic resistance. So now our armor and magic resistance are equal, which means our effective HP will be equal regardless of the damage type. This is just to make the comparison or the idea a little bit simpler to follow. So our effective HP will be actually double 3000, it will be 6000, because when you have 100 armor, you are reducing 50% damage that you take from physical damage, okay? This is just, I just know this by heart. That's the only mark point I really know, because then if you have 200 armor, you will take 66% reduced damage. 100 armor, you take 50% reduced damage. So your effective HP, when you multiply that with 2, because you're multiplying by the inverse of the 50%, so you're multiplying by 2, because 1 over 2 inverse is 2. So 3000 times 2 is 6000. That is the effective HP that you have. So this is just to get you guys the idea of what effective HP is, because this is such a powerful concept. So if you only purchase health, you're getting diminishing returns on your purchases, because percentually, as a percentual increase of your effective HP, purchasing more and more health will give you diminishing returns. However, complementing your already existing health pool with more resistances, armor and magic resistance, will provide percentually a much greater boost to your effective HP. So what we're gonna do there is we're gonna do a blind E flash onto the Kayn, and then we're gonna hover a little bit around the Nami so that we can make space so that we can E over the wall. Okay? Now, Talia maybe wanted for me to go for another play there, but I think it's better to just go back to mid lane and not overcommit for this play. So, in order to maximize our effective HP, we have to build in a way where the health and resistances are balanced. So this is the reason why a build such as previously described, by the way, I have hit every single taunt on this Cassiopeia or what, is bad, because we are not balancing health with resistances. We are simply greedily purchasing more and more health because we think that we have synergy, right? We think, okay, Demonic Embrace will do more damage the more health we have. Titanic Hydra will do more damage the more health we have. Heartsteel will do more damage the more health we have. However, that is greedy, short-sighted, not analytically correct, right? So in order to build in a manner which makes the builds have the quality with no name, also known as wholeness, aliveness, completeness, balancedness, perfectness, something in between, you should balance health and resistances. So a much more powerful build, or a more perfect build, not perfect, perfect is a bad word because nothing can achieve the quality of being perfect by itself, is something which combines their large HP pool, sometimes pronunciation is difficult for me, I do apologize, with resistances from an item such as Force of Nature, for example. This is an item that gives you 70 magic resist, which is a lot, like it's actually a lot, and then you also gain damage reduction on magic damage. The more you take, I'm gonna kill this Zaya. Okay, Talia gets. Ooh, this will be difficult. I think I'm dead here. Whoa. Okay. Let's take a moment to think about what went wrong here. Okay, what went. And then Fiora dies as well. This is a complete blast. Okay, the enemy is actually making a comeback here. Complete blast, what does that mean? I'm just saying words at this point and hoping that they make sense. I think what went wrong is Cassiopeia managed to be without a threat, right? Because Lucian and Zilean, if Zilean misses the double bomb stun combo, at that point Zilean holds no danger to Cassiopeia, right? Oh, well, I mean, nice try by Cassiopeia, I respect the effort. So the problem there was that the fight was very split in a manner where me and Talia, who hold all the kind of control in that fight, were focused on 3 other people, and Cassiopeia, who was behind us in a flank position, managed to kill Zilean and Lucian with no trouble. So I think that's what went wrong there. And then, once we have identified what went wrong, we need to think about how we could have prevented that. So I think ulting there was correct. However, we should have more aggressively punished Cassiopeia for putting herself into a position where she can take a lot of damage. I'm gonna get a Heartsteel stack here, and I think Talia should be able to finish. Okay, I got the kill with Grasp. And I want to mention something about Heartsteel, since this has been our example in this game and I'm also building the item. I do think Heartsteel is a good item. I think it's probably a little bit too good. But there is a downfall here, okay? And the downfall of Heartsteel is the fact that it promotes suboptimal gameplay. Because it promotes gameplay which is focused around getting Heartsteel stacks, right? And this is very natural. I believe anyone who hasn't spent 25 years in Philippides monk training in the mountains will be kind of fallible to this trap that Heartsteel promotes, or maybe Heartsteel provides in some sense. Because when I see Heartsteel, when I build Heartsteel, all I'm focused on is getting those stacks. You know what I mean? Getting the infinite health pool. Because that sounds cool. It sounds strong. And right there, for example, you can see that I completely greeded for the Nami stack. Instead of attacking, I tried to prolong my kill onto the Nami instinctively. I'm doing this instinctively even when I'm talking about how I should not be doing it. Or maybe subconsciously I do it in order to give you guys an example of what you should not do. But that goes beyond my capabilities of human analysis. regardless, what I did wrong there was I greedily tried to maximize my heartsteel stacks. So instead of securing the kill, I prolonged the kill, or the death of Nami, tried to get a stack, ended up dying, burning my flash, and not even securing the kill at the end, right? And this is all due to this kind of toxic behavior that heartsteel promotes. And this is why I'm so ambivalent about this item, because I think it's a great item for Shen. Because Shen is someone who constantly groups up with his team, gets fights, there are multiple targets, you have insane health scaling. The item makes a lot of sense on Shen. But when I build it, I do not play the game in the most optimal way, which I have learned to play over the past 7 years of playing Shen. Right? 6 years. 6 years of playing Shen. Almost 7 now, actually. So this is why my feelings with heartsteel are kind of there and there, like sometimes positive, sometimes negative, but I actually do much rather prefer some other items. But I will still recommend heartsteel for some of you guys, because I think it can be fun, and especially in lower elos, we're talking gold, platinum, silver, anything in between. Heartsteel is gonna be a powerful item, because the games are just much longer in length, right? So if you can build an item that allows you to scale into the late game, this is a godsend for Shen, because normally our champion is very bad at scaling. However, some people would say that I am maybe building against the power of my champion by doing this, because my champion is powerful in the early to mid game, so I should not even be trying to emphasize or correct my weaknesses, and instead emphasize on my strengths, right? So heartsteel is kind of scaling, which is cool, but scaling is also... Okay, I got 2 kills there. Cassiopeia uses miasma. I'm fine now. I have force of nature, so I can actually fight this. Now they might think that they can somehow kill me here, but I am Shen with force of nature, and I have perfect mechanics, so I can bait the opponents to go in. They wasted miasma and Nami bubble, by the way. This is huge. I'm gonna kite back a little bit. Lucian is here. Lucian go E for E, W. I'm telling you guys, Force of Nature, giga strong item, especially when combined with a large health pool from an item such as Heartsteel. Maybe Heartsteel is unique in the sense, Heartsteel is unique because it is the only mythic that provides a health pool this large. Maybe Riftmaker can be compared to this, or Goredrinker in some sense, since they provide like health through drain, Omnivamp, right? But Force of Nature, very strong item, and I think Force of Nature combines well with Sunfire Aegis, because the other has magic resist, the other has armor, and Sunfire Aegis is more powerful the more you can stick onto your targets in order to kind of get that burn on the opponents constantly. Now we're gonna back off a little bit because we don't see where 3 of the other members are, so whenever I'm making a play on the side, then I'm always thinking about how many members are visible, how many enemy champions are visible right now, which of them can pose a threat to me. So right now there's 3 people chasing me, which is actually kind of ideal in some sense, so I'm gonna dodge the Kane W there in order to not get CC'd. Xayah is still gonna try to chase me. I'm gonna do something weird here, which is I'm gonna walk backwards, and what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna E here through the bush, and then I'm gonna walk like this, get my 2 Heartsteel procs, and I'm gonna try to kill the Xayah. But I'm actually gonna taunt here. Oi, close. Kane got his W a little bit sooner. If I had Flash, I would have killed Xayah, but Flash was again 3 seconds on cooldown, even though I have Iron Boots of Lucidity. Oh, that was close. I could have outplayed that. I could have been smarter. I could have kited more patiently. But it's in the past now. It happened. We can no longer work on that. I'm gonna sell my Doran shield here, and some of you would purchase a cloth armor at this point. 2 control wards is the only correct option, trust me guys. This is a build which holds the quality with no name. Control wards. That's what makes a build good. Like I said in the previous game, control wards are like purchasing opportunities for kills and objectives. I'm here. We can make this play. Lucian can go for a kill onto the Xayah. Xayah, I wasted a lot in top lane. I'm surprising. Let's say I've played this surprisingly poorly. I think from my own point of view. Obviously, I'm a better player than these players, but you know, the level of platinum players, the level of gold players is these players are surprisingly good, you know what I mean? Like, let's say 8 years ago, when I was just starting out League of Legends, I don't think diamond players were this good. I could have E-flashed there, but I actually don't believe it to be worth. Even if I secure a kill onto the Cassiopeia with a flash there, we don't get a much opportunity for team advantages based on that play, because it will not allow us to go for Baron. Sure, we could like do a little bit of setup. There's gonna be miasma coming down on me, so I'm gonna kite back a little bit. I'm gonna go try to taunt on the Nami, and then I'm gonna have to flash here, dodge the Nami wave. I have Zillion ulti, which is great. Okay, I'm getting revived. I have to look at Fiora. Help Fiora here. Get taunt onto the Aatrox. Gonna control ward here, so we see the Cassiopeia. Remember, control wards, possibilities, opportunities, you're purchasing opportunities. And right there, the opportunity that I purchased was seeing Cassiopeia in that fight, which allows our team to play around the fact that Cassiopeia is hiding in that bush, because our team does not have perfect information, they do not have perfect memory. So knowing that Cassiopeia is there visibly, seeing Cassiopeia in the bush will help us team fight. So not only does control wards kind of allow you to set up for this place, maybe see an opponent before they come in, or make sure that the enemy team does not have vision in a specific area. Control wards also are a combat boost, because you have to take into account the fact that brushes are something that players actually play around. So getting vision inside of a brush can often be equivalent to getting more damage. Or actually even better, since it might be damage and tankiness. Okay, this game is big back and forth. I'm gonna walk forward here. I'm gonna taunt on the... Oh my goodness, I'm getting CC'd. My goodness, what am I doing to them? Is this legal by any standard? How is this? What is going on? Why am I beating this water? Holy force of nature is the most broken item in that. Wow. Okay, you know what I mean? This build holds the quality with no name. That was just too perfect. I'm gonna W here, try to block some damage on the tier, but I think she's just gonna die. Move forward a little bit. Xayah is a problem, right? Xayah does big damage, you know what I mean? I think a Warden's Mail would help me immensely in order to sustain the physical damage from Xayah. Also Cassiopeia, big damage. But I'm greedily going for Titanic Hydra here, because I want to see the power which it grants us. I'm surprised I actually won that 1v2 versus Nami and Aatrox. We can try to look for a play on Baron here. Either we try to pick them off as they come, or then we just rush it. I think we can just kill it, because they don't actually have the necessary positioning in order to prevent this Baron attempt from us. Always dodge Baron attacks, because if you get CC'd by Baron, that is damage that you're not doing, right? You end up getting the Baron much slower, and the difference between taking a Baron like 1 second faster, or taking a Baron 1 second faster can be the difference between enemies having enough time to contest the Baron, steal it, and just securing it nicely with no threat from the opponents. But I'm still in shock about that previous play. I'm now farming for my Titanic Hydra, and then I want to recall. I need 200 gold, which I can get from killing the Krugs here on top side. I don't think anyone from the opposing team has taken the time to walk up here, unless it was Kane. Okay, it was Kayn. Unfortunate. But we can catch this wave at the same time. And I really don't want to ult right now because I want to get my item and then ult, which is bad. I'm gonna ping back for my opponent, for my allies here. I'm gonna recall now, and then I'm gonna ping back still, ping back. Relax, and then we get our Titanic Hydra. And now we're gonna ping the Chemtech Drake, which is spawning in 30 seconds. And we're gonna say, okay, we're playing for this Chemtech Drake. Do not make any rash decisions and go in for a 4v5, 3v5 even. I'm just gonna walk through the jungle here. Ooh, Blast Cone. Whee! Improved Blast Cone with the Chemtech Drake. We should rush this. Talia decides to go for a play. I need to ult. We used both of our defensive ultimates here. Not ideal. I almost flashed there. I'm gonna take Kayn this way. And then please take the Drake, because this fighting in mid lane is pointless in some sense. Like, sure, if we ace them, we can probably end the game. But what if we don't ace them? What's the point? What if we only kill 2 members and the enemy kills 2 members from our team? There is no point. If we instead move to this Chemtech Drake, we have a clear objective which we're fighting for. And Talia does not come into the pit in order to secure it. Maybe this is my fault, because I called this play without respecting the fact that Talia had low HP. So actually that is my fault, because what I should be doing is I should be zoning Kayn out from the Dragon Pit, right? That's what I should be doing, because I have CC abilities. So I can zone Kayn away. I'm gonna keep chasing Aatrox here. I'm gonna get my empowered Q to slow him. I could have maybe chased with E, but it was kind of too late. My cooldowns are not short enough to do that. The last item that we want to go for is for sure gonna be a Varden's mail item, so either Frozen Heart or Randuin's Omen. I butchered that, by the way. So what happened there is I tried to hit E on both, and I missed both. Anyways, that was game 2 in gold, and next we're gonna move into platinum. Hope you learned something new. Welcome to the 3rd game of how to actually climb the diamond with Shen mid lane. Now we are playing in platinum elo. Actually, this is already very high platinum elo. There are some diamond players in this game, but I think it will make for a good showcase on what platinum elo looks like and how you can play in this elo. Close. Twitch flashes. Draven tries to kill me. I use my health potion and I have my second wind and Doran's shield in order to sustain the damage from Twitch's poison, so I do not die to the tick there. And we managed to get 2 kills from this invade. Voila! Once again, the invade works out. And this is not just me cherry picking games and showing you that showing you the games where the invade goes right. This is literally me recording the first platinum game I see, or the first platinum game I queue up, because I do not like regularly play on accounts anymore below my actual skill level. So I go on this account in order to play this one particular game for this one particular video, and I do the invade and it works out. Because you're Shen, you're one of the best early game champions for making plays, because you have a basically targeted CC ability. Because E flash is somewhat targeted in some sense, because you can like basically. Do I beat this, by the way? I actually don't win. I actually don't win there. I actually don't win there. This makes sense. He had Conqueror. This is a mistake by me, right? Because you know what went wrong there? Normally, obviously, Shen with Q beats Zed level 1. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think this is good to showcase to you guys what happens if you do not respect the way the game is going, right? If you do not respect your opponent's strengths. And it's also an opportunity for me to show a lane where I start from behind. So this is very good from an educational standpoint, right? So let's first analyze what happened wrong there. So yes, Shen is generally stronger than Zed level 1. However, this is reliant on the assumption that we have Q level 1. But because of the invade, we started with our E. And thus, we were not as strong level 1 as we should be. Additionally, we need to take into account the fact that Zed is running Conqueror, which is a keystone meant for extended fights. And me, on the other hand, I am playing with Grasp, which is a keystone meant for short fights. I'm gonna use Q here just to get a passive shield, so if Zed Qs from the shadow, we can try to block it, but his cooldowns are so long at this stage that that is not a real threat. I'm gonna Q auto attack and then E through the minion wave, through Zed, in order to taunt him and pull the minion aggro. 10 HP, one more attack would have killed. Okay, Makai Jungle is a new pick, by the way. I think it's been popping off. One of my Finnish friends who plays League, he actually managed to get a Challenger on Europe West in the preseason by playing Makai Jungle. He had like a 70% win rate. This pick seems really strong, in my opinion. The build that he goes for is Yasuo with Demonic Embrace, I think, and also running Phase Rush. So you become this like unkillable demon that's just sprouting saplings everywhere. I'm gonna bait the Zed in here, I think. Yep. So I purposefully... Okay, he's just going for it. He's a madman, he just went for the dive. But it's worth for sure, because Zed dies there, and this denies experience from Zed. So trading 1-for-1 with jungler laner is actually good there, because Magai wanted to recall anyway. Zed is in a position where he does not necessarily want to recall given the wave state. So this is a good trade and good play by the Magai. I'm gonna kill the Twitch here, and I'm gonna use Q, and I'm gonna ping this. We need to push. We have the push button, right? I make actually a mistake and die to the Zed. He still had Ignite. I'm making so many mistakes in this lane. I'm really not giving Zed the respect that he deserves here. I'm gonna purchase Ionian Boots of Lucidity, and then Refillable Potion and Control Ward. And I'm gonna be showcasing to you guys, I think, a more supportive Shen build here. Because it is important for you guys to realize that once you get to higher elos, you can't just rely on yourself getting fed every game. You can't rely on you as Shen being the carry, which you can do if you have a skill advantage. And not necessarily, you don't need to have a major skill advantage, you just need to be aware of what your champion does. And you need to be aware of your champion's strengths, and this is most often the case if you just start one-trick pawning or maining one or two champions in lower elos, so you can just get a free free advantages like this. Oh, beautiful by Makai. Nice route to guarantee my taunt. I have ultimate here, so I can help that. We can make a play. I will ult the Makai. I have W. And Pike gets the kill. Oh, we give the kill to Kaisa, because we're supportive, we think about it, right? Who is the gold more worth on, right? Is it worth on me? Is it worth on Pike? Or is it worth on Kaisa? The gold is more valuable when it is on our carry. Because carries, by their nature, are weaker in the early game. Therefore, getting gold on them is more difficult than on a champion which is strong in the early game, such as Shen, right? So if we can counteract the weakness of our carries by using our great strong... I was about to say strengthy. Then I realized that is not a language which any people speak. Or not part of any language which people speak. But speaking of languages, you know what is a language? A pattern language. So the last game I was going on this ramble about this book, The Timeless Way of Building by Christopher Alexander, which talks about architecture and the quality with no name. And this same person, Christopher Alexander, and his group of researchers published a book called A Pattern Language, which talks about patterns or kind of problems which constantly arise in architecture, in building houses, in building homes, in building towns, in building rooms, and how to solve these problems. So basically it's like a collection of wisdom in some sense, but it is a collection of wisdom in the format of repeated Okay, Q flash important there, right? Q flash to guarantee the empowered Q so that we kill Zed before he starts getting the opportunity to kill us in return by stacking his Conqueror using ultimate and all sorts of stuff like this. But you can see, even though I am behind, right? I was behind in this lane. We still managed to get solo kills because Shen is surprisingly good. Like, what do I have? I have a freaking ruby crystal. Now, sorry for the language. I know freak. That's a bad word. But I have a ruby crystal, okay? And I'm doing this kind of damage because Shen's base damages are just insanely strong. Now, there is a control ward here, so this roam attempt will be futile. However, the possibility of a play is worth making. Not every single play has to go towards you, or like it doesn't have to be a great outcome to you. Sometimes plays just don't work out, but that's okay. You just need to recognize when a play has a positive expected value, right? This is something that I talked about in a very old commentary. It's a long time ago already. I'm gonna have to look at Kaisa here because I'm gonna also have to look at. Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough because I had to look at both lanes at the same time and they both got low at the same time. That's really my bad actually. And then I also have to look at my lane because I'm also low in mid lane. And Zed actually has kill potential on me here. Ouch. It's tough that Urgot dies there because now Darius will be really ahead and Darius is a problem, but I think we can manage to deal with this problem. I didn't get my empowered Q there, even though I really tried to get it. I'm gonna kite towards the tower, so when Zed ults me, he's gonna go towards the tower. Maka actually... No. Makai W the minion. That's okay. What Makai could have done differently? Now I could have done many things differently, right? But what Makai could have done differently is he could have W. Really? He doesn't dodge. I'm gonna tank here for the team. Okay, Makai dies. I could have maybe tanked one more tower shot. Maybe Makai would have lived then. But yeah, Makai could have used the target champions only button. So where I have that is on my mouse. Like I have two side buttons on my mouse. So whenever I look at my mouse here, my cursor, it turns red, right? So when I press this, I can no longer target minions with right click abilities. I'm right clicking, I won't attack them. So this is a very important key binding, and if you're not making use of this, you definitely should. Because in situations where, let's say you're diving an opponent, and the opponent is behind this tower right here, it's very hard to even ping there. But you know where I pinged over there, your opponent is there. In order to attack that opponent, you will have to hold down the target champions only button, because otherwise the massive hitbox of the tower will simply dominate that smaller hitbox of the champion. And this Zed, remember, this Zed is strong. He has 4 kills. Sometimes you go for this. I think it's better if we just take them out and Drake without making any rash decisions in the mid lane, which I have been doing previously. Oof, very nice. If you look at my positioning there, by the way, I was aware of that kind of... I shouldn't overchase Zed, which was following Pike, because Zed will anyways go back to his ultimate shadow over here. So there is no reason to chase that way, because it will simply be a waste of time, because when I reach Zed, he's anyways gonna teleport away. So instead I kept myself in a situation where I can keep auto-attacking Zed, possibly, and then also Kayn. But anyways, as I was speaking, I'm gonna go for the Radiant Virtue build here. And Ages of the Legion was actually massively buffed in Season 13, or in the pre-season, but for Season 13 anyways. Because this item only costs 1200 now. It gives you... I have E-Flash here. Notice I don't use Q immediately. Instead, I walk with him in order to guarantee the empowered Q. However, he flashed the empowered Q, so I didn't get it. Ooh, that was close one. Actually, I'm surprised I didn't get the empowered Q. Well, it makes sense. I'm gonna walk like this, so I can get the empowered Q on Kayn. All I'm doing in these fights, guys, it's not hard. It's not... Wait, you missed completely! Okay, it's fine. So, it's not hard. All I'm doing is I'm trying to guarantee my empowered Q, because Shen's strength comes from getting an empowered Q. Without empowered Q, you're not a real champion. You're something between a Yuumi and a cannon minion, okay? But when you get empowered Q, then you become Darius. Trust. I'm gonna have to go back here because Zed could come out of bush and kill me just like I previously died after the play where he went. And then also Draven, but Draven doesn't have his ultimate yet. If he does have his ultimate, I'm actually gonna E over here because this seems like a little bit more safer of a spot because Draven could maybe like ult here thinking he can kill me. I can actually sell my refillable potion here in order to get my Radiant Virtue. And now I have become a support for my team, okay? Because when I'm using my ultimate, I'm giving a massive shield to my team, and then I am granting them a Radiant Virtue. And I just realized I didn't even get to my point about the book A Pattern Language, which came up from my thought about languages, which came up from my thought about, or rather, thoughtlessness, while commentating. What was the word? Strengthy, yes. We're gonna use this massive blast cone here, and then I'm gonna here try to get the blind out on Zed. Zed gets the kill. I'm gonna ignite here in order to give us vision. It's not necessary for us to ignite in that situation, but I think it's making that kill from something with a 95% probability to something with a 99% probability. So I'm willing to make that distinction. By the way, I have my Radiant Virtue up right now, so I'm healing my allies, also giving them... I'm also giving them ability haste on non-ultimate abilities. I'm gonna use my Qs on minions now in order to regain energy, and then I'm gonna hit this plant to get the shield from the empowered plants. I'm gonna E so that Darius doesn't get the heal from his Q. And then I'm gonna use Pike's Cut in order to get 100 gold. I'm gonna use Q here to activate my passive shield. Kayn tries to kill me, however... Beautiful play by Pike! Very nice Q. I love it. I love it. Beautiful play. But yes, we did not get into our idea about pattern languages. So all that you need to know about this concept is the fact that there are repeating patterns in architecture which can be solved in manners which are similar to each other. And likewise in any field, I believe, by the way, because I was supporting champions like this recommending me support items, but I need to think fast what I wanna go for redemption here. Redemption and 2 control wards, or Kindle Gem and 2 control wards. Some of you might be thinking, why do I go for 2 control wards? It's simply because I want to rush redemption next, and purchasing Fairy Charm does not give me anything, so instead control wards give me some power, because I could not afford Forbidden Idol, and I think Kindle Gem by itself is a better item than Forbidden Idol. Therefore, I do not go for Forbidden Idol and Ruby Crystal, and instead for Ruby Crystal and 2 control wards. And I have already preached enough about how important control wards are. So, idea. There are patterns, there are problems which arise repeatedly, which hold similar qualities in League of Legends. For example, a problem could be that you just got a solo kill, which happened last game, and then sorry, it's hard to concentrate on my frame of thought. There's 4 people here. Oh no, what have I done? I did not have any map awareness there, by the way. Completely, just no map awareness. So, for example, a pattern is something like this. You get a kill, but you don't have wave clear because you're playing Shen. And now you will struggle because you cannot push the wave out after a kill and the opponent will teleport to lane. So, a solution to this is either call your jungler to the lane, or then you just instantly recall and minimize your losses. Because there is no perfect way to resolve that, right? It's always a problem. It's a kind of intrinsic problem to Shen gameplay. Because you do not have wave clear, but you want to play aggressively, you want to go for kills. So this is a pattern, and this pattern can be solved with... I got experience, I don't get anything else because I do not have any way of affecting Pike there from that moment, so I don't get an assist, therefore got the Pike cut. So, my point being, League of Legends is a game where similar stuff happens all the time. Because the games, even though they are unique in some sense, they do hold like lots of similar qualities. Every single game holds lots of similar qualities. And we get that as well. I got you, bro. Then we're gonna start healing. Oh, Pike flashes. Sorry, Twitch. For some reason I said Pike, but I think it's because his skin is weird. Got the double taunt there. Urgot is gonna jump down Draven. I'm gonna kill this, and Twitch is still in busy mode. My W was wasted there. Redemption is 700, so I need something, maybe a kill on the Twitch. Maybe a little E-flash play under tower. Oh no. Oh no, what have you done, by the way? Oh no! Oh my god! Faker, what was that? Also, I have to come clean, guys. When I say this is platinum, it is not entirely correct. Because this account used to be my account for playing in platinum for these videos, right? Because once a year I make this video and then I want to be able to play in platinum. But I might have played a little bit too much on it, and it might be the case that every single player here is actually Diamond 3. So I'm sorry for breaking the immersion here. And this is not like Platinum 2 Elo, because actually in the last game as well there were Platinum players. So the Gold game was actually something in between Gold and Platinum. And then this game is already like Diamond, but it's low Diamond. But if you've watched this far, maybe you're like a you know, regular viewer, and maybe you can keep this secret, okay, from the newer viewers. Maybe we can keep this immersion intact, so they think that it is like categorically like very discreet. So there is like silver, there is gold, there is platinum, and it's not like this gradual step up. And then once we get to the idea of kind of these scams in ranked in general, then you might realize, okay, maybe the visible rank is already a complete scan anyways. So I'm gonna do a greedy redemption here, and then like... Was that a flash W by Makai? No, it was a flash by Zed, and W just followed it. I'm gonna E into the bush here, just get out of this situation, because I can ult back in and then activate my Radiant Virtue. The range on this is actually really long. I want armor, right, because they do lots of physical damage, so I'm gonna complete my Sunfire Rages next. I don't need to ult on that, they should be able to... Yeah, they're fine, they're fine. I'm gonna go top lane, catch the wave there, and then we're gonna ult for a play. I don't know if they might be rushing Baron. There's only 3 of them alive, so it's not like a necessary threat. Or not sufficient threat, you know, to warrant action. I'm gonna... Did he get it? Yeah, he got it first. I tried to get the vision on that, but he got it first. So I know Kane is somewhere around here, probably taking our Krugs, so I don't... Yeah, there he is. So I don't want to go for anything dumb. We need to look at Urgot there. They're Zed also, so they're gonna be making a play. Now ulting bot lane here is difficult. I'm gonna ping back on him, because if I ult bot lane, that opens up the opportunity that the opponents might make a play topside where the Baron is. And if I ult the bot lane, this is like... Wait, what did I just do? Look, but I had my blade placed in a good position. It's 2 times already now. 2 times that the Pike has missed a hook on the taunt target. I'm looking here. I'm looking. Oh dear. And the healing comes, and the mega medic Shen is here. You know what I mean, right? Like you will get so many honors when you play this build. I'm gonna W here, try to mitigate one out. Oh, okay, Urgot, you are crazy, bro. Okay, I'm gonna die for you. The sacrificial pact! My brother in top lane, Urgot. And Q here for passive shield. Never mind, it's not the sacrificial pact, it's actually... Oh no. Urgot actually died. I'm gonna E over here and then I have to look at Draven. Look, Draven ulti. Draven ulti might be coming in. Need to be careful. Look, Draven might cast it. Chill. Okay, I'm gonna take the what is this? The river fruit. We get a kill, and then we're gonna QW here so the Draven can't out-attack us to last hit. Or heal, I mean. I have 15 on our ultimate, I have Radiant version 2, but my ultimate is 30-second cooldown. 30-second on redemption as well, it's basically the same. Is that toxic to take it? Maybe it is. I'm gonna take the honey fruit here. And then I'm gonna blind E flash on the Twitch. That guy is dead. And then we want to prevent Kane from getting the dragon. Oh, I completely missed my taunt. I think he's gonna get it. I just had a feeling he's gonna get it. I have to look top lane. We're gonna end through top lane. Maybe Kane doubles me. No, he doesn't. And I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna press redemption here to heal. I'm doing crazy healing. Can we go for more? Or is this is probably a ruined idea? I'm gonna use W there to block the Draven auto-attack that is following me. And I think we're just gonna ping back. We don't want to take anything here. This is fine. My ultimate is only 1 minute cooldown at this point, although it's like 1.5 minutes, but 1 minute when I say it is. Because the fight is gonna... Yeah, 1.5 minute cooldown. So we're gonna purchase Sunfire Ages next, and they don't actually have magic damage, so I'm gonna go for Varness Mail. This is gonna make me giga tanky. Where is it? Where is my Varness? Varness Mail, there we go. And double control ward, you know how it is. You know how I like my control wards. Some would say I even have a fetish for control wards, but we're gonna speak no more on that matter. We're gonna walk back towards mid lane, and 30 seconds on our ultimate means that we can probably go bot lane actually, push out bot lane with our remaining Baron buff, and then at the same time threaten mid lane. So this is applying pressure into 2 lanes at the same time. I'm gonna ping target on the red buff, but I think this guy's ADC instincts will anyways tell him to take the red buff if he sees one. And now we're just gonna shove this wave out. Remember, at this point, like, Shen's damage is not important. What is important is your team's damage. And how do you maximize your team's damage? It is by keeping your teammates alive. I'm gonna use a control ward here, and I'm gonna just be annoying here. I'm gonna be frustrating for the opponents. I'm gonna taunt backwards here. Kane has some resistances. He probably has unflinching and tenacity. I'm also completely out of energy. I'm gonna kite back. I have ultimate. I have to look on Urgot there. So I'm gonna ult on Urgot actually. Maka is gonna be chilling over there. And Kaiser jumps in. I can also... I could look for a redemption. Okay, we're fine. This tower is tanky, but the minions will reduce its resistances. If you like, by the way, this is so important. I don't know, like, maybe some people don't know this. You have to know this. Towers take less damage when minions aren't around, okay? So it is vital for you to keep your minion wave alive when you're in a situation where you want to end the game. Because that one minion being alive, so you rather you want to tank the tower instead of letting the minions tank the tower. That one minion will do much more damage than any champion could. Use W there preemptively to block the Draven auto attacks. I'm gonna chill. Okay. I'm gonna relax. I think the Twitch might do a lot of damage on me. I don't have my passive shield, so I'm not gonna... What am I... There's still a tower alive in mid lane. Remember to always keep the fun in the game, you know? Like, at the end of the game, at the end of the day, it's still a video game, so if you make a dumb mistake, what can you do about it? You can laugh about it. Let it happen. Okay, actually, making the game longer for content, for educational purposes. Oh, baby, come on, man. Like, I gotta be rusty. It's gotta be the fact that I took a Christmas vacation from League of Legends. I mean, there ain't no way Challenger tryhard climb xPetu wouldn't have noticed the fact that the tower was still alive. That's alright. We're human. We make mistakes. Happy little accidents. 50 seconds on the Chemtech Drake. That will be the soul for us. So this is a guaranteeing kind of win condition, which we should take advantage of. Now we do have the opportunity of just rolling it down the mid lane in hopes of ending the game, which could be fun. But then again, I think we've had enough dumb fun for one match, so I think we will play this strategically and take the Baron. Maybe we can trade Baron, Chemtech Drake, but I think taking Chemtech Drake here is the right call. Randomness is 1100. Actually, it costs a lot. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get the plant off. We see Zed over there. I'm gonna dodge a little bit so Kane can't hit the W on me. Dodge here. Random redemption. Did some true damage. But you just got one shot. You just got one shot, I guess. I'm gonna ult on the Kaisa here. Pike would have been maybe a better target. Then the Radiant Virtue healing comes in, and then we're gonna E-flash end the game. Okay. That's the Platinum/Diamond game. And next game, it's the High Diamond game, the actual Diamond game. The finale of how to climb to Diamond with Shen mid. See you there. Welcome to the final game of how to actually climb to Diamond with Shen mid lane. Now we are finally in Diamond Elo. This is High Diamond. It's almost Master. Very High Diamond. Diamond 2, Diamond 1 Master players. And today, right now, right here, I'm gonna show you how to get those final wins on your climb to Diamond. And how to do it with Shen mid lane. Close try, close try. I think if my fingers were a bit faster, maybe I can get my taunt off before the snare hits me. And because snare, like Luke's Q, will not stop my dash, right? So I could kind of evade the CC duration by being in my dash animation, moving at that time. You know what I mean? That makes sense for you guys. This is kind of advanced concept, which is like how to negate crowd control by kind of using your ability smartly, in a smart manner. Does Olaf want to fight that? Don't think he wants to. So I'm just gonna go to mid lane. Look, by the way, we're gonna get good blade positioning here. Look, put blade in this position right here. What an aggressive position, right? What a threat this poses to our Yasuo, right? Makes sense. So we're gonna have a good threat here. Look, I get the slow, and oh, actually, I hit a minion there. Oof. Oh, nasty. But now look, when our Q is coming back up, we just walk up like this, just to get better blade positioning. It's a constant dance. It's a dance of using your Q when it's in a good position to get the empowered Q. Actually, Olaf beats Warwick level 1. And we're gonna sidestep his Qs. No, he got the shield! It's a 1-for-1 trade. Okay, what do we buy? What do we buy? Boots? Boots. Boots refillable, so get the lane faster. The wave state is kind of bad for me, actually. This is better for the Yasuo than it is for me. But I'm gonna go boots here just to... Okay, we did triple roll swap, by the way, this game, because I really wanted to play mid lane for you guys. Should have flashes? Maybe Zed can turn it. He still has flash. He's only level 1, though. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, but that was a close call with the Yasuo 1v1. He used flash and ignite, but he's gonna have an XP advantage. Ooh, nice one, nice Q. Remember, these players, they start to be good. Elise Navidad. Elise Navidad. Wait. He's gonna flash over, I think. If he didn't use it already. Do we have Q? Do we have Q? Slow? No. No. Okay. We're fine. Wait, Lux follows me? She's level 3! Why is she level 3? She's a support. Oh wait, because I've been roaming all game long, or spending it dead. We have to be careful. Lux might just go for a random Q from the bush. You see how powerful W is there? Ooh, I tried to dodge, but I couldn't. Yasuo with red buff. Oh, that's nasty. I have to be really careful here. I can't get hit by a tornado. Remember, Yasuo has lethal tempo. This is the most broken level or early game rune that you can have. Keystone, I mean. Well, rune then also. A tip against Yasuo is that your W will block his Q if, okay guys, if you're the first target it hits, okay? Because Yasuo's Q has a feature where it will trigger on-hit effects. Well, okay, I mean, but if I start walking from a completely full minion wave under tower towards a Yasuo that is recalling, does Evelyn think that the Yasuo will not notice this? Okay, and the answer is maybe Evelyn thinks that, but she is not correct in thinking that. I'm gonna put a very aggressive play position here under tower. I think, like, if you're gonna do something, Soraka, you're gonna have to heal me and run away. But there's no point in trying to go for this play. Oh, Warwick actually manages to turn it around after dying level 1. He has gotten 2 solo kills. Note my positioning here. I think it's enough. One more. Bone plating. Oh, bone plating just activated. It came off cooldown, so he lived. But when you're going for a kill on Yasuo, it is really important to be aware of the micro movement of your champion. So what you really don't want to do is okay. Zed. Okay, he does it. He does the 1v2 outplay. Oh! Oh! Faker, what was that? Nice one. But why is Soraka still mid lane, by the way? Yeah, so it's really important to constantly reposition in a manner where Yasuo cannot eat through you to safety, right? So when you taunt in, normally what you would like to do, you would like to be in front of the opponent. I'm gonna go for plated steel caps here, and then I will have only enough for cloth armor, whatever we go for cloth armor. Let's see how top lane is doing. Okay. Warwick is chasing them down. Olaf used Ghost. Yeah, so versus Yasuo, think about how he wants to use his E, right? If he wants to use E to escape, then be on your side of Yasuo, like your team's side of Yasuo, or on the opposite side of his escape path. Now we wanna be really careful here because he's level 6, right? So he has much more combat power. The Warwick just keeps running down and fighting. Look at the Evelyn there. Get this minion. Now, as for our item build, I do like to mention that I'm going for unflinching here instead of revitalize. And why is this? Because unflinching gives us slow resistance and tenacity. Okay, and they have Lux slow, Lux snare. They have Olaf very good slow. They have Elise stun. They have I mean, Yasuo's knockups are not reduced by tenacity, so that is irrelevant. However, I'm looking for ultimate right now. But regardless, because I know that I don't... We all saw Elise. Did you see that? How many of you were aware? Unflinching triggers here, it's fine. I'm gonna go in for another auto attack. Yasuo wants to Q me, wants to get the ultimate off, want to look bot lane so that Zed doesn't die. Want to also look top lane at the same time so that Warwick doesn't die. We're gonna dodge the Q there, we're gonna have to look there, and then we're gonna have to look top lane, then we're gonna have to look here again. I'm gonna ult on this so we can get an assist. An assist? You mean a kill? Thank you very much, that's free gold for me. I'm gonna ward this, I'm gonna dodge that. We're gonna have to dodge the Elise E. Focus on Elise here, Elise can E to the minion, we're gonna go for Yasuo. I'm gonna block Ellie's Q by standing on top of Zed. Then we're gonna ignite this guy. We're gonna taunt. Oh, just a little slow. I got the kill on the Elise though. And as I was saying about the builds, I do not want to build Mercury's threads this game because they have Yasuo, Ezreal and Olaf, all auto attackers. So plated steel caps will be the ideal boot for this game. Should I go mid lane, catch the wave? Yeah, I should. I'm gonna use the blast gun to get there faster. Click this. At the same time, I pressed S for some reason. Then we're gonna place a ward here. This is a good ward, covers all the entrances to the jungle. And then we're gonna get the minion wave. And as for our item, there is the possibility of going for Iceborne Gauntlet. And theoretically, I really like Iceborne Gauntlet here, alright? I really like it. However, there is a problem, okay? Iceborne Gauntlet gives damage reduction on the target you hit for yourself. So you take less damage from the target that you hit with the Shen effect. However, this damage reduction does not work on shields. Okay, it does not work on shields, and this is disappointing, right? Because it directly nerfs Shen's ability to take this particular mythic, because Shen is constantly being shielded by his key barrier passive, okay? So Iceborne Gauntlet is not as good as it should be because of this bug, right? But since the enemies are almost full AD, with the exception of Lux, I have QW here, so that will make me tanky. We're gonna have to watch out so that Yasuo doesn't go on us, and then I'm gonna try to shove out the wave. I think here focusing the wave is the right call, although Evelyn is in trouble. I can't go on that because Yasuo has a shield. And then Elise is trying to go for me. Warwick does in the top lane, can't really help that at all. Like Yasuo is in kill range if he doesn't have shield, right? But he has his shield, you can see it from the white bar below his HP bar, so we cannot go for that play. But I kinda think I want to go for Iceborne Gauntlet here. It somehow feels right to me in this game, because I think slowing down Yasuo, although Olaf can't be slowed down when he's ulting, I don't know, actually it's not good here. I don't think it's the right call. And because of the fact that the damage reduction does not work with your shield, I think you should avoid this mythic unless it's really good in a given game. So then we have to think what our items are. We're definitely going for Bummy Cinder first. And I could substitute another Shen item here. Instead of going for Iceborne Gauntlet, I can go for another Shen item. And now I might be thinking, oh, you're finally going Lich Bane Shen? No. Okay. Divine Sunderer. Now this item, I like it. It's good stuff. Good damage, good healing, hybrid penetration. Feels nice, feels organic. Comes in this gorgeous glass bottle. So we're gonna be going for the Divine Sunderer this game. And this will turn us into more of a bruiser type. And to preserve the quality without no name, or without a name, which cannot be named, in our build, we went for steel caps first. So when we're purchasing Sunderer, which is an offensive mythic, okay, offensive mythic, but also gives us HP, we want to be complementing that HP with, say it with me, resistances. Okay, we complement HP with resistances. And we're gonna be doing something really dumb here, which is just chasing the opponents like a madman. We're gonna get our empowered Q, and we're gonna get a double taunt, and we're gonna kill both of them. I'm gonna Q here for passive shield, but then get hit by the tower outlet, so it's fine. And now I want to... I should recall. Like, recall should be the thing. But the thing is, I'm really greedy, okay? And if I can stay in lane, I will stay in lane. Because when I recall here, if I recall with this HP, this gold amount, I will have to sell either my refillable potion or my Doran's shield. And at this stage in the game, I really don't want to do that, you know? For the reason that I think refillable potion Doran's shield can get more value in this game. So I'm gonna be hanging on to them, and I'm gonna be delaying my recall here on purpose, since we are at a high HP and we are not a resource-dependent champion, at least not... Freaking Warwick players, man. Like, you pick Warwick top lane, barrier flash, okay? And you just perma-fight the opponent and wait for them to lose. Okay? Sometimes you lose, sometimes they lose. But It's permafight. Wait, he just missed like 3 Qs on the same minute. Remember, we are not strong right now because we have 1400 gold, which is unspent. It is not granting us any bonuses. Even though we have good KDA, that is meaningless. Okay? It's meaningless if you haven't used the gold. Now, okay, obviously we have experience, right? Experience gives us stats. You wanna bait? I wanna bait. Soraka last hit. I trust my bummy Cinder to get this last hit, and Warwick is doing Warwick stuff again. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna get a ward on the opposite blue buff here to get a little bit of idea of what they're doing. Yasuo wastes his ultimate. I kinda don't want Soraka to be here, to be honest. Like, I don't need Soraka. At this point, what Soraka is doing is she's taking away my experience. Now, obviously, she's getting experience herself, and the net experience is positive for us. Actually, weird enough, it makes some sense. Because we want Zed to get experience. We're gonna have to either not to get hit by the cocoon, because if we get hit by the cocoon, we're gonna hit by Lux ulti, and that could be our doom. So we're just gonna keep farming patiently until we reach our Divine Sunder power spike. We're gonna look top lane in case we need to ult there. We're gonna get the kill onto the what's that guy called? Olaf. And then we're gonna farm for our Divine Sunderer. Now at this point, if I can sell Doran's Shield to afford my Divine Sunderer, I'm willing to make that concession, okay? I don't need Doran's Shield anymore. So I think if I get these Krugs, I'm gonna have enough. 15 gold! Nah. Season 13 is doomed. I got 15 gold for killing the big Krug. What is that, man? It used to be 60. Where do I get income, guys? I'm starving here for gold. Dodge, so if she uses cocoon. I'm out here starving, guys. I'm gonna recall now. I guess I'll... Doran's Shield. Okay, we can make a play. No W here, so that Olaf can't steal life. Life steal. I'm gonna tank. Okay, Warwick with the barrier technology. Remember, Olaf has a shield now, okay? There's the shield. There's the Warwick. We're gonna have to dodge, so we wanna keep in the middle of the lane so that we can dodge the Q. I'm gonna use Q here to slow. Another kill from him. I'm just gonna channel recall. There's gonna be an Olaf there, but I actually can't fight him. Not the minions! Wait, he's there. But I can't fight him. He's too high HP. He's too big. I legit can't fight him. Because Olaf does not have a way to close this gap, I can walk around like this. But if I walk into him, I will die. So I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe he's looking for me. Maybe I can catch Ezreal here. All good. Okay, I'm gonna recall now. Finally, I have 3000 gold. Please let me use it. Divine Sunderer, and then I have ultimate back into the fray. Look, we can kill. We can kill. No? Okay. He didn't want to. Back to mid lane, I guess. Yep, it's fine. Let's look at their item builds. They have a core drinker completed. Elise has no mythic yet. This guy has a Blade of the Ruined King. I guess this is the new Yone Yasuo build. They go Blade of the Ruined King first item because they finally realized that Mist Edge is completely broken. 12% enemy current HP on every single auto attack. When you're putting out like 3 auto attacks in a second, the enemies just start melting. That's why Viego is so broken. Viego is only broken because his double strike activates on-hit effects at full efficiency. So when he Qs you and there's a double auto attack, then he's gonna do like 25% of your HP in a single instance. Okay, Warwick. Nice one. Let's think about this. Are you fine? You're fine. Let's think about bot lane. Is bot lane fine? Bot lane is fine. Look there, look there. Bot lane is chilling. I'm gonna take the mid tower with my Sheen procs from Sunderer. Yeah, big damage. Look at that. Big damage. Bomb. I'm gonna ward over here to see if Elise is maybe trying to look for a play. And we're gonna look at Zed. Zed is against Olaf. The guy is taunted. The guy is dead. Look at Luke's binding. Look at bot lane. Ult on Zed to guarantee kill. Get the kill with the E. Use Q auto attacks on minions to regain energy. And then we walk in lane. How much is Sunfire Aegis? Good recall. We'll recall. We'll recall here for Sunfire Aegis. Makes me stronger. Gives me armor. Gives me HP. Warwick is doing Warwick stuff once again. Let me get that. 2 control wards. You know how I like my control wards. 40 seconds on Cloud Drake. We're gonna be looking for the 3rd Drake. Puts us in a position to get the Cloud Soul. Cloud Soul, arguably not the best soul. It's not as game impacting as something like Infernal Soul or a, let's say, Ocean Soul, in my opinion. But actually, if I remember correctly, I think Cloud Drakes had the highest win rate at some point. I don't know if this data is still valid, because movement speed is such an underappreciated stat. It's actually like really powerful. I keep telling you guys this, and when I was doing my challenger climb last time, at the end of last season, I was just rushing boots every game, because movement speed is so broken, right? It's actually, it's offense, it's defense, it's utility, it's everything. Movement speed is good. So if you can just get free movement speed by getting dragons, we are fine with that. But doesn't this, do the normal Cloud Drakes give me, do they give me movement speed? What do they give me now? I have a feeling it's like, it used to be ultimate ability haste. But is it? Is it anymore? It's not. It's not right. What is it? Is it ultimate ability haste? It's not. Is it? Let's see. I should know this. No, it's out of combat movement speed. And slow resistance. That's strong. But, okay, this is just all the changes that have been happening to League. You gotta keep up with them, right? If you want to climb, you gotta know what the game is like. What is happening in the game, what everything does. And even for me, someone who's been playing this game for a long time, I'm gonna ult on Evelyn here, because I don't know if Soraka will survive. And looks like Soraka did survive. I can still catch the Elise. I'm gonna go for an E over here. Then we're gonna see, we're gonna get hit by the E here probably. We could flash over if we wanted to. We're gonna dodge sideways to do the dodge it, and then we're actually gonna go for the kill onto the mid lane here. It's a free one, I think. So this here, we're gonna dodge downwards when Yasuo will... Oh, nice one by Yasuo. We're gonna dodge upwards on this Luxner to dodge it. Elise is probably doing this camp right here. Maybe we can pressure her out. Okay, she's already gone. Maybe we can do this. Can we? I think we could. I think it's enough. 127 to 820. Oh, 20 HP. Okay, look what we can... Okay, it's over there. She's gonna be... Warwick is a madman. Okay, we just do this, I think. We just do this. I have Divine Sunderer and Sunfire Aegis. We have enough damage. Warwick is disrupting them. Evelyn. I can't put more pings down. They're just gonna have to trust me. Zed is legendary. Oh, I went in the wrong direction because I had my camera on Zed. Okay, this might be a bad idea. Oh, the enemies, I guess, surrender. Well, that's it for this game. That's it for the video, actually. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one, and I hope this will help you to climb. Bye-bye.